Welcome to the segment of SII Motivational Minutes with your host, Dwight Lee. On this segment, we're going to be talking about The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. It's one of the best books that talks about presence that I've read. I haven't read a lot of books on it, but um, it's an excellent book. I highly recommend it. Um, it's one of the sayings that I like to say is be where your foot are or Be Here Now. There was a book, I think around 2009, Be Here Now, that talks about presence. See, a lot of us are not, conscious. We're not aware. Like we're operating in that state where it says that we're 46.9% during the time throughout the day we're in a state aching to sleep, you know. So we're just not alert, we're not aware, we're not cognizant, we're not conscientious, we're not conscious. So Eckhart Tolle talks about being present. So like on your job, and this is just an example, from what I gather from the book, are you consciously aware of the tasks that you're performing or the leadership or the accountability that you're executing it, or is there a program doing it? Because a lot of times we wonder why we don't get like an increase in pay, or we don't get recommended for that promotion. Here's what has a lot to do with it. A lot of us are doing tasks and performing jobs and duties on autopilot instead of being present, being here now. Now is all we have. Like really, honestly, there is no 11 o'clock and 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock. That's a man-made construct. Time is a man-made construct. So you need to be alert, be aware, be awakened, and be performing the task or providing the leadership or managing or operating at optimal levels at all time, concentrating on what you have going on. That's what's going to separate you from the crowd and make people want to find out more about you and say, hey, I've been observing this young lady or this gentleman, and they seem to be operating from a different mode of operation as opposed to everybody else. Why don't you observe them and give me your feedback, so on and so forth, to see if they see similar things or the exact same things or even better things. And the reason why I can speak to this is because I spent over 27 years in high-level management and middle-level management, operating teams from as many as 50 all the way to 125 people, and also in a different environment, 25 to 35 people. So I understand habits and behaviors, and I know the go-getters from the people that are just getting by. And it's all about, their countenance, their awareness, their habits and behaviors and their actions, and, what mood they're operating out of. Are they operating out of flow, or, are they thinking negative and they're forcing themselves to perform the task, because when you perform a task, it's been my experience through customer care, many different venues of sales and marketing and operations and leadership. It's the experience that the customer wants or that the client wants. They're not looking to just come and get the product or the service. They want to establish rapport, maintain and sustain rapport, and maybe build a relationship. See, a lot of us are just going in with our head down and just doing a job and thinking that we're amazing. But you can't be amazing if you're not present. Be here now. If you're not present in the now moment, and then you're doing everything with every fiber of your being with high concentration, focus, and enthusiasm, that's what separates you from everybody else. When there's zeal, when there's high level of interest, You know what I mean? And you're doing it like it's play, just like you were a child. You were playing football, flag football, basketball, softball, tag, on the playground, so on and so forth. You're being childlike and you're engulfed in what you're doing. You're so absorbed that you actually lose yourself. You lose track of time. That's when you're in flow. That's when you're in the moment. And that separates you from the crowd. It can be seen instantly. And that's what I would like to pour into what I grasp from Now, The Presence of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Thank you for tuning in to SII Motivational Minutes with your host, Dwight Lee. I'll leave you with this quote from Paracelsus. It's one of my favorite quotes. I wear it out. The human spirit is so great a thing that could we rightly comprehend the mind of man, nothing will be impossible to man.